Hey, what's up, everybody? Those that are live, those that are watching the replay. First, I want you to enjoy the beautiful artwork that is behind me. My little cousins felt the need to decorate my plain white wall with some of their artwork. So I want you to enjoy it while I am talking to you. It has been a while since I've done a small talk. And for those who may be new, my name is Clifton Pettyjohn. I am a financial identity strategist. Some of you are like, what is a financial identity strategist? Listen, here's what I do. I help people establish healthy relationships with money. Money is extremely important in our lives, whether we want to admit it or not. Money adds to stress or it relieves us from stress. And I want to help you live a financially wealthy, financially educated. Okay. But that's not what I'm on here to talk about on tonight. Okay. So don't get uptight because you know that's a subject we do not like to talk about. We love having it, but we do not like talking about it. But I promise you, if you tap in with me, if you part with me, it'll change your whole paradigm concerning talking money, having money, investing money, all of those great things. But tonight, I want to start with a question. Okay. You already see what the topic is. Stop. What is it now? Yeah. Stop sacrificing you. Stop sacrificing you. And sometimes it can become easy to sacrifice ourselves because we think that we're doing a good thing. We think us always being available, being there for people, having that reputation, reputation, reputation. I don't know why words are sounding funny to me today. But anyway, we think that having that reputation is something that is noteworthy. And I'm not saying that it's not. Hear me out. I am not that it's not. But if you have to do anything at the expense of your own health, it's not exercising wisdom. And I promise you, people only get the best out of you when you allow yourself first to build yourself and then pour from that space. So here's my question to start us off, okay? My question to you today is not how good do you treat yourself, not how are you to yourself. I want to start by asking you, how great are you to yourself? How great do you treat yourself? Think about that. How great do you treat yourself? I'm gonna pause for a minute because I really want us to think about that. I want us to think about. There's a book, The Great. I want us to think about that in relationship to our relationship with ourselves. How great is your relationship with yourself? If I was to ask you yourself, knowing the answer that you were going to give, what would yourself say about you, your reliability, your dependability, your eye for detail? What would yourself say about you? And as we always listen with me, we always are in a safe space, okay? We're in a safe space for conversation that many times gets uncomfortable. However, in the midst of it getting uncomfortable, it's necessary because we need these type of conversations so that we can expand in life, so that we can grow, develop, however the language you put to it, but so that we can be our best self. And if you've heard me talk about best self, I'm not talking about a self in comparison to a former version of yourself or a future version of yourself. I'm talking about your best self, your most present self, your most honest self, your most aware self. Your present self is your best self. Why? Because when you are present, you are able to take advantage of every opportunity that is there before you, yo. Your best self. It's easy sometimes to sacrifice ourselves. And sometimes we have been so used to doing it that we don't even acknowledge it as sacrificing ourselves. I'm just being me. I'm just being there for them. But what about you? Who's going to be there for you? Well, if I sow it, I'll reap it. No, baby, you have to be there for yourself first. Cliff, that's selfish. Good. Some of you need to learn how to be selfish. And if you will learn how to be selfish, you won't be so frustrated with the family members, the friends that you classify as selfish. Because some of you got those family members and friends, they are not going to sacrifice themselves beyond what they are willing to sacrifice themselves beyond. And some of us look at that as a negative thing. But if we begin to look at ourselves from a space of value and begin to value ourselves, we'll begin to understand that what they are implementing, we may need to implement in our own lives. We may need to implement in our own lives. So how great are you to you? How great are you to you? How much time do you spend with yourself? Not time where you spend with yourself and you're thinking about your bills, when you think about things that are going on in your family, when you're thinking about your children, when you're thinking about your spouse, when you're thinking about your job, when you're thinking about your business. I'm talking about when you spend time with yourself and you just lock in on you. How well do you know you? What are your likes? What are your dislikes? What do you like to do? What do you do for self-care? See, I don't think that self-care is something that we look at as, oh, we do this once a month, or we define as an activity. Self-care is a lifestyle. It's really a lifestyle. And self-care should focus on the 7 core areas of our lives. What are the 7 core areas of our lives? I'm so glad that you asked me. Self-care is important in finances. Self-care is important in your mental health. Self-care is important with your family health. Self-care is important with your social health. Self-care is important with your physical health. Self-care is important with your career, and self-care is important spiritually. What is your spiritual relationship with yourself? And I'm not talking church. I'm not talking religion. I'm talking about what is the thing that helps you tap into the inner being of who you are. Some people pray. Some people meditate. Some people sing. Some people just sit and be still. Some people work out. What do you do to tap into that inner creative genius that's inside of you? I promise you, if you find yourself in a space where you feel like you're struggling, whether it's financially or creatively, because sometimes our struggle with finances can be traced to another area of our life. And a lot of time it's because we've smothered our creativity. We kind of forgot how to be a kid. I play a lot. I'm a big kid. One of the things I'm not going to forget is how to be a kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have fun. Some of us have honestly forgotten the value of having fun. I talk about this often. One of the biggest or the greatest wake-up calls for me was when we transitioned from 5th grade to 6th grade, and we left elementary school and we were transitioning to middle school. And the reason why that was like the biggest eye opener for me since kindergarten, where, they took out nap time when you got to 1st grade. But why that was the biggest eye opener for me was because I no longer had recess. And I no longer had the opportunity, even if I didn't feel like running around, just being able to walk around, sit around, clear my head from everything that had transpired up until recess. Now, we did have gym all year round. That was a great opportunity for that. But even in gym, you were limited to the activities that were already chosen for you. So you lost that ability to be creative in play. Then you get to high school and we operate off of a block schedule. So now we no longer had gym the entire year. We would have open gym sometimes during lunchtime, but then they took that away from us as well. So they took away And I get that that's how the educational system is designed. Some schools are different. And if you've heard me talk about the education system, let's have a conversation about that. But in the midst of all of those things, and I'm not saying that we don't need to grow, we don't need to develop, we don't need to mature, but I also believe that we don't need to forget how to have fun. If you know me, you already know that I talk about us being multi-dimensional creatures, multi-dimensional beings. That's who we are. Inside of each and every one of us are multi-dimensions to us that sometimes we've shied away from, we fear, we don't like, we haven't yet explored or played with, or we played with it a little bit, but we haven't allowed ourselves to fully explore it. If you tap in with me, you already understand Transform U Institute. That's my whole thing. Transform U Institute. That's the entity that we operate as. And the reason why it's Transform U Institute, because you hold the responsibility to your transformation. Why is transformation important? Because when I was a kid, there was a cartoon I used to watch called Transformers. The first 6 words of that theme song says, Transformers, more than meets the eye. Inside of each and every one of us, there is a more than meets the eye. There's a more than meets your own eye about you. Therefore, in relationship to everybody else, there is a more than meets the eye. There's a more than meets the eye. The reality is sometimes we never tap into those more than meets the eyes because we don't allow ourselves to get in environments and communities where that more than meets the eye can be unlocked. And if you are a person that is used to sacrificing yourself, you definitely haven't put yourself in a space where those dimensions of you are needed or feel comfortable showing you who they are, because they understand that the space that you're in right now, they will always have to be sacrificed. They will have to be sacrificed. Again, am I saying don't be there for everybody? Just drop all of your responsibilities? No, but what I'm saying is you have to do yourself a due diligence of examining me being here. Is this my responsibility, or am I sacrificing my responsibilities to pick up somebody else's responsibility that they already planned for me to take? Stop sacrificing yourself. You're too valuable. You're too beautiful. You're too intelligent for you to be sitting around playing small ball with you while building everybody else's dream. Now, am I saying don't be there? Now, why do I keep explaining myself? I don't know why you keep explaining yourself, but you're going to stop doing that. Okay, well, I'm explaining myself. You stop playing small because it's safe. You have to stop playing small because you are fearful. You have to stop playing small because you are fearful of what you might think about yourself and what other people might say about you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Let me let you in on a little secret. They talking about you already. So you might as well give them something greater to talk about. And then you have to think about your family. You have to think about yourself first. You got to think about your family. What is it that you want to build for your family? And you have to ask yourself this question. If I sacrifice me, does it push me closer to the goals I've set, the ambitions I have, to my purpose? Does it push me closer to that? Or is it going to put me in a jam where now I have to figure this out and figure that out, and I got to do this for this and got to do that for that? Some of the areas in need for clarity, necessarily a need for clarity on what it is that we need to do next. It's a need for clarity on us being able to say no. And for some of us, it's very hard to say no. Can I raise my hand? For me, it used to be very hard for me to say no. But here's the revelation that came to me. Here's the clarity that came to me. I had to come face to face with the reality that every time I said yes to somebody else, somebody else's responsibility. I was saying no to my health. I was saying no to my well-being. I was saying no to my peace. I was saying no to everything that I should have been saying yes for me. What are you saying yes to that's associated with a no to yourself? Cliff, you just don't understand. It's just hard for me to do this. You don't get it. They're relying on me. Can I tell you something else? You is relying on you. And you wants to know. Y'all, that thing scared me for a minute. It was a box falling. I was like, what is going on here? But you wants to know, are you going to value me enough for me to be your priority? Here's an exercise I do. List your top 5 priorities in your life right now. Your top 5 honest priorities in your life. 1 through 5. List them. Then I also tell you, on that same sheet of paper, write down your top 5 values, the top things that you value in life. Now, here's the thing. Don't give me the values that you feel obligated to because somebody else told you you should value it. I want you to tell me what it is that you value. Top 5 you value. Okay? You to do those 2 things. I'm going to get off of here. But I want you to write those 2 things down. I'm not going to tell you what to do with it because here's what I've done. In the description, I have put a that's called Prioritize Framework. Okay. I'm giving this course away. For those of you that are out there and you say, yo, I know I need to prioritize myself. This course is free to you monetarily. The only thing it's going to take from you is a 21-day commitment to self. You must commit to yourself over the next 21 days or the beginning when you sign up for the course to completely zone in to you as you're completing this course. I will be there to help guide you along the way with this course. On my website, we have a chat bubble you can click. You can always reach out to me and I respond in a timely manner. But I want to gift that to you. I want to make an investment in you. That's the reality of it. I'm not just giving this to you because it's free to give away. I'm making an investment in you because I value you. And I want you to understand the importance of valuing yourself. So no, there is no monetary commitment to this, but you must commit to yourself with your time, your energy, your truth, and your responsibility to you. Next 21 days. Next 21 days. Now, also in there, in the description, I've included something for those who say, yo, I like that you're giving me that, but I kind of want to learn more about what you do. No problem. Here's what I'm doing for you. For the next 2 months, I want to partner with you. I want to partner with you. And the way that I want to partner with you is through our community. Now, here's the benefit of joining our community. That's going to give you access to our entire Clarity Conversations, which is my spin on webinars, seminars, workshops, okay? Clarity Conversation catalog in our catalog. You're going to have full access to that, okay? You're also going to have access to exclusive monthly Clarity Conversation. We started a book as well. So you're going to have access to the book club. Now, all you have to do, you purchase your book. You can purchase the audio, the Kindle copy, or the paperback copy. Right now, we're reading Spiritual Economics. It's not too late for you to tap into that, okay? So book club as well, along with some other benefits that are listed on the website. But I'm going to do, because I know some of you don't know what a financial identity strategist is, I want to invest in you for the next 2 months. I want to give you access to my premium tier of that community absolutely free of charge. 2 months, work with me, full benefits of being in the community. Also, you get a one-on-one financial strategy session, financial clarity strategy session. So you can kind of see the ins and outs of it. I don't handle your finances. All I need for you to bring me whatever you need to bring me. We develop a financial strategy plan for you, and you do the work, baby. But I'm giving you access to that for free. Now, again, it's not necessarily free. You just don't got to come up off no money for the next 2 months. Again, it's going to cost you your time, your commitment, your responsibility to yourself, and your willingness to be open to yourself. All right. So listen, I'm going to get up off of here. Hopefully you enjoyed. Nope. I'm going to get up off of here. I know you enjoyed yourself on tonight. I want you to tap in with me as well. Make sure also you're subscribed to our podcast, the MDI 2.0 podcast. Check us out on all major platforms. I just released a solo episode, but I also want you to go back and listen to the very first episode with Michael. Yo, dope podcast. Also for you adults, I actually just released another podcast as well. The MDI After Dark podcast. Now, listen, it's not for everybody. All right. But I know because I said it's not for everybody, some of y'all still gonna go over there and listen. You might find out it's for you. And don't worry, nobody knows that it's you listening. If you're out there wondering if anybody knows, no, nobody will know that it's you listening. Okay. But anyway, prioritize yourself, y'all. Do you hear me? Stop sacrificing you. And remember the question I asked you in the beginning. How great are you treating yourself? How great are you to you? Top 5 priorities in life, and then top 5 values in life. And then definitely, if you're not going to connect to the community, you want to get that prioritized framework. That way you know what to do with those 5 priorities and those 5 values. All right. As I always say, create a great day. Walk with purpose, and by all means, embrace your best self. Peace.